Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Colin Abrams with the HGP SPORTSCAST. Former sports reporter Renee Stobby is currently battling an unknown illness which has forced him to now be bedridden at his home in Betterverwachting on the east coast of Demerara. Renee Stobby is a former energetic marketing executive and sports reporter, but has now been brought to his knees by an illness that has slowed down his mobility for more than 2 years. Speaking with Renee's mother, Joni James, at his home in Betterverwachting, she explained that when they first went to the doctors at the Georgetown Hospital, they had referred Renee to the psychiatric department. She said 2 days later, she then took her son for a second opinion at a private hospital. There, she said, she was told it was depression, but after taking treatment for some time, there was no improvement.
The doctor, the neurologist at the Georgetown Hospital said it is some neurodegenerative muscle disorder. But in the States, I think the last thing they said it was dystonia.
Renee started to experience pain in his left arm in April of 2017, causing him to stop working. This pain is constant, Renee's mother told us.
The speech was affected because he said the tongue got heavy and the muscles in the body would stiffen too, because when I first saw him, he was in his bed. And I said, "This is not the way I know you." I said, why don't you sit down? And he said, when I sit, all these muscles will just stiffen, so I feel more comfortable lying.
Ms. James said the support so far has been overwhelming from persons in Guyana and the diaspora, but they still have a long way to go since the target has risen from $10,000 to $14,000.
At first we were thinking about Johns Hopkins Hospital, but then some friends advised us to go to Syrian in Cuba, and they said they treat the same muscular whatever it is. Anyway, they treat his condition, and they have it's everything at the hospital. They get accommodation, and you can get therapy there. So I think that would be a better option.
Renee now spends most of his day in bed with his mother by his bedside, doing as much as she could to help her son to be comfortable. Ms. James is pleading with the public to lend as much support as they can, since they would like to travel in mid-July to Cuba. Persons interested in making a donation can make a deposit into Republic Bank account number 515-975-1 or call her on 663-2918 or his sister Minerva Stobby Waldron on 697-8322. His family has also launched a GoFundMe account at www.gofundme.com/raising-for-Renee, where persons can make online contributions. For the HGP Sports, Colin Abrams. The Guyanese women went down to Barbados in their first game on Sunday and lost the second to host nation Suriname on Monday. Stanford has more.
The Bajans outplayed the Guyanese in every way in the women's division of the CBC Games, with the final score 39-79. Within the first 2 minutes, Guyana saw the lead going to Barbados, and after the first half, the Guyanese was 18 points behind and never recovered from this. The majority of the women of the Guyana lack international experience. Mariam McKenzie had a very good game with 12 points in total, with some support from Jada Mahan, 10 points, and Captain Janelle Eiffel, 7 points. But in the end, the effort did not pay off on Sunday night. In the second match, the Guyanese women looked better, but went down to Suriname 52-73. The Guyanese held close to Suriname from first whistle, but were edged out and lost the first quarter 16-22. They then rebounded to take the second quarter by shooting 11 points to take the quarter, and the first half with a 1-point margin 27-26. The Surinamese women in the second half of the game stormed their authority when they outscored the Guyanese women by 10 points to take the third quarter 25-15. And they did so in the fourth quarter as well to take the game. Mariam McKenzie continued with her form for the Guyana side with 16 points. For the HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
Kimo Paul will replace Shemron Hetmeyer in the Windies Test squad for the remainder of the Test series against Sri Lanka. Hetmar will return home to Ghana to recover from his illness. While at home, he will continue his preparation to return for the 2-day practice match against Bangladesh in Antigua. Fast bowler Shannon Gabriel advances in the ICC Test Players rankings, and so did some of the other Windies players. Stanford has more.
30-year-old Shannon Gabriel of Trinidad and Tobago made a huge jump to take a career-best 12th position after finishing the match with 13 for 121, the third-best match haul ever by a Windies bowler. Gabriel reached 754 rating points, while his previous best was 636 points and 18th place in August last year. Gabriel's teammate Royston Chase up 1 place to 38, and Captain Jason Holder 1 place to 64th, were the others to gain in the latest update, which also take into account the one-off test between India and Afghanistan, which the home side won by an innings and 262 runs. For Sri Lanka, who trailed the 3-match series against the Windies 1-0, Captain Dinesh Chandimal has gained 1 spot to move up to 9th position after his effort of 190 not out and 39, while Kules Mendes is another batsman to move up, gaining 4 spots to reach a career-best 12th position. Among their bowlers, Sugran Lekram has gained 1 slot to reach 29th position, while Kumar has gained 3 spots to reach 51st. For the HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
And that has brought us to the end of this edition of the HGP Sportscast. Remember, if your dream is big enough, the facts don't matter. Goodbye.